Hello, my name is Paula Jane Newman and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our stand-up comedy for healing class. The difference is this class is not your regular stand-up comedy class. Many people go to a class for set-up punch to get their quick 5 minutes, that tight 5 or tight 3 minutes when they first perform. We actually do that completely differently. Why? Well, because I'm not the best writer in the world. I'm your instructor for the program and I'm here to help you ignite your own genuine voice, overcome your own intuitive inner blocks when it comes to performing, and allow you to have benefits in your life that transcend beyond becoming a stand-up comedian. In fact, our main focus of it, I don't care whether you decide to continue and do stand-up comedy or not. My concern is that you learn through this process. You actually find things out about yourselves. You create a community, and as a result of you performing this set the way that I teach it, people find that they've had huge changes in their life and their wellness. Often people talk about their self-confidence has improved. People talk about how anxiety has diminished as a result of doing this course, and others have had even health benefits as a result. This is because I approach it very differently. I don't come from an angle of trying to write jokes for you. In fact, the last class we had someone who thought they were struggling. They weren't, by the way, and they went and got a professional comedian to write some jokes. They came back the following week and I knew it wasn't their voice. Why did I care? Because that's what we're doing. At the end of the day, they've never done stand-up before. They performed and everything was 100% their voice. It had a beautiful arc. They did a 3-minute set. And absolutely, that would be a 3-minute set that if they wished to do comedy, they could go to a club and I'm more than sure the club would let them have time. When we do the class, I want you to know we always focus on what's called in America clean comedy. That means we don't encourage swearing, and we absolutely do encourage you to step away from things that are too much of sexual nature or too controversial. Now, that doesn't mean I don't support people who do that, but when we start comedy, if you happen to want to be able to do comedy, the biggest gain is to be able to do something that you can perform in front of families and you can perform in front of adults. We're all inclusive. We also do this because our goal is to have an environment where everybody feels safe in the class. So let me give you a little breakdown of it and how it goes. The class is done on Zoom. Now, most performers will tell you, Zoom, let's not go anywhere near that. I understand that, I appreciate that. As a stand-up comedian myself, you do need the audience. However, what we have discovered as the way that I teach this on Zoom, everybody comes in the day of when it is a live performance in front of an audience and you practice in front of the mic, and part of it is going for it and trusting yourself. Very often when there are open mics or people spend a lot of time in front of an audience, there's a dip that happens. Emotionally, it's very hard if you think that's something funny and it doesn't come back. So this is almost like an incubator that you go through 5 weeks. Each week it's on Zoom and you come back and we progress. How I do this is very different to most teachers, and we look at how people are as a human being and their intuition, and I'm guided not only through my personal experience but also through my own intuition as a wellness and meditation teacher, and of course we have the supportive unit of the class. When you perform the show, we usually get a pro that performs and a few other semi-pros that are performing. And what happens is you then bring some of your friends. So what happens is you get to be able to experience the anxiety of performing, but knowing that your friends are there to catch you, and also reprogramming neurological pathways of maybe when you were younger, and I say this happens to all of us, you spoke your truth and you were shut down. Often we don't remember this, but it goes into our psyche, and this is where we start to begin to have these trauma patterns. Now, this is why this program is so instrumental with overcoming trauma. You are put in a situation where you feel the anxiety, the body wants to go into the fight or flight mode, but you're caught. You're caught by me, you're caught by the people in the audience, and you actually have an experience of laughing, not only to support your colleagues who are in it, but also with the pros that are on the show. They are going to produce a show that everyone is going to enjoy. This means if you have your friends and family who feel nervous you're not going to be very good, they're going to be having a great show anyway. Plus, the professionals' hearts open because most comedians, in spite of all the stuff people might talk about in comedy, they have big hearts. And if they see someone who's trying something for the first time and it's actually a good tight set, they actually applaud that and they support you. So this program is designed to help people for the mental health. It's designed to help people work through their trauma. It's designed for wellness and people who want to come confidence, people who maybe want to try comedy, but in a different way. So if you're interested, it's done online and we have a vast community. We've had people from China, from New Zealand, from America, and even the UK dial in. We have separate times. Please go in, find some more links. And if you're lucky enough to get the early bird special, you'll find that it's 50% off. Just so you also know, the actual cost of the class is cheaper than most classes, and this is because it's subsidized through a nonprofit. We believe in sustainability, we believe in supporting your community, and therefore we believe that the first time that you take this class, you should absolutely be able to afford it, whatever your actual currency is at. So having said that, please go below and check out the links and the information, and I look forward to you participating in this class.